Hello and welcome to a redgamingtech.com gaming news special. As always, my name is Amata, and this time I'm going to be giving you the recent news about the Resident Evil 6 achievements. Basically a pretty large list of Xbox 360 achievements has been leaked online. And small warning before I begin, if you're super sensitive about spoilers, then you shouldn't be watching this video, because while none of these are going to give intricate details about the game, it's still going to be a little bit spoilery if you're quite new and mustn't know any details before a game is released. So just a small warning there at the beginning of the video. So basically what I'm going to do is just read out the achievements and then give you my thoughts on them as a whole and talk about any ones in particular that sound interesting. So, here we go. First one is The Longest Night, which gives you 10 points, complete the tutorial for that one. Gone to Hell is 15 points, complete chapter 1, and that's Leon's campaign, sorry. Buried Secrets is chapter 2 in Leon's campaign, and that again gives you 15. Get on the Plane is chapter 3 in Leon's campaign, and that is again 15 points. Big Trouble in China, that's chapter 4 in Leon's campaign, that's 15 points again, of course. The Trouble with Women is chapter 5 in Leon's campaign, so that's it for Leon's campaign ones at the moment, but it still gives you a pretty nice idea that we'll be going to be seeing the 5 chapter formula again that we've been seeing pretty much since Resident Evil 4, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure since Resident Evil 4 we've had this whole 5 chapters thing, but hopefully each chapter is a little bit longer, because they have been promising that Resident Evil 6 will be longer than Resident Evil 5. Anyway, moving on. Rescue the Hostages is worth 15 points, and that's chapter 1 in Chris's campaign. You have to complete it, of course. Tragedy in Europe is to complete chapter 2 in Chris's campaign, again 15 points. After Her is chapter 3 in Chris's campaign, 15 again. Excuse me, sorry. There's Always Hope, chapter 4 in Chris's campaign, and 15 points. Juicy Calls, worth 15 points, and you have to complete chapter 5 in Chris's campaign for that one. So nothing particularly inspired so far, but we still have quite a few achievements to go. Next one up is Money Talks, and that's the completion of chapter 1 in Jake's campaign, and that is of course worth 15 points. Chapter 2 in Jake's campaign is worth 15 points and is called A Revolting Development. Third one is Let's Blow This Joint, which is worth 15 points. Fourth chapter in Jake's campaign is Still on the Run, it's 15 points. And See You Around, the final chapter in Jake's campaign, is worth 15 gamer points. Now there's Green Around the Ears, which is worth 15 points, and that is if you complete the entire game on amateur mode. I'm guessing that's the game's equivalent of easy, because normal is good is worth 30 points, and that is to complete the entire game on normal. And there's one called Back in My Day, Back in My Day, that is worth 30 points again, where you can complete the entire game on veteran. And finally is Leave It to the Pro, which is worth 90 points, which is to complete the entire game on professional. So I guess it's normal, medium, hard, and then you've got easy at the very beginning. Check Out My Dogs is worth 15 points, and that is to customize your dog tags. Titular Achievement is 15 points, and that's where you earn 10 different titles. That's pretty interesting. And then the next one was One is Better Than None, which is worth 15 points, and that you gain that achievement when you purchase a single skill. Mad Skills is worth 90, and max out all the skills that allow you to level up. So interesting to see that we have skills and levels in place in this game, but I don't know if that's just with the multiplayer. It doesn't actually say. I would assume that wouldn't be multiplayer, but maybe. It's possible. It's more likely that it's multiplayer than single player. Resident Evil has never been a level up progression style of game, but we'll have to see. Next one is Silent Killer, which is worth 15 points, and that is when you use a stealth attack to take down 5 enemies. Finish what you start, and that's worth 15 points, and it says perform a coup de grace on 10 enemies. What they mean by that, I don't know. Bomb and Weave, 15 points. Counter an enemy's attack 3 times in a row. So that will take a little bit of finesse to get, actually. 15 points next up is down, not out. Defeat an enemy while dying, then recover without any help. Seems interesting that would be worth a few more points than that, but hey, ho. Lifesaver is worth 15 points. Help or rescue your partner 10 times. I imagine you're going to be doing that basically within the first few hours. Weapons Master is next and is worth 30 points. Use all the weapons in the game and kill 10 enemies with each of them. So it actually sounds like that would be quite time consuming to do that one actually. Give a Little Push is worth 15 points, and as you might imagine that's knocking 10 enemies off a high place. Rising Up is worth 30, and that's when you gain a level 4 title. Next one is called their Action Figures, which is worth 15 points, and that's when you collect 3 figures. Next up is Stuntman, which is 15 points worth, and that's when you defeat 20 enemies with the Hydra using a quick shot. And Bring the Heat is 15 points, take down an enemy from 50 meters away with a headshot using the thermal scope. Very specific achievement there. Next up is High Voltage, defeat 10 enemies with a stun rod charge attack. Zombie Massacre is worth 15, that's when you defeat 500 zombies. That seems a little odd, that should be worth more. Next one is Javo Genocide, defeat 500 Javo. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, so please forgive me. BOWs Are Ugly is the next one, that's worth 30 points. Defeat 100 enemies that have come out of a chrysalid. I Prefer Them Alive is 15 points. Rescue 2 female survivors at the cathedral. Flying Ace, 15 points. Pilot the VTOL without getting a scratch on it. I'm guessing that's probably within Chris's campaign. Hard Choice, 15 points. Shoot the helicopter pilot with a magnum at point blank range. Interesting. I'm curious to which campaign that is. Anyway. Covered in Brass is worth 30 points. Earn 150 different medals. Heirlooms is worth 30 again. Collect all the serpent emblems. And then we have 6 secret achievements that are not listed here. It just says continue playing to unlock the secret achievement. And they are all worth 15 points each. So, not actually that many spoilers there, but I just wanted to give a small warning because some people are more worried about spoilers than others, and some people consider the very smallest thing to be a spoiler. Some knowing there's 2 female survivors at the cathedral, for example, might be considered a spoiler by someone. So that's good that they haven't given anything major away now. I wouldn't imagine they would have done, because obviously they've been keeping the story pretty tightly under wraps, so it would be very silly to reveal it with something such as this. Anyway, the achievements seem pretty standard, nothing in particular that seems particularly creative or amazing. There's some ones that sound like they're going to be a lot of fun to get, don't get me wrong. You have the standard chapter completion ones, all that good stuff, which, you know, is kind of to be expected really. I don't think anyone's really shocked that they've got those sort of ones in there. I'm pretty sure most games have those sort of achievements in. And it sounds like there's going to be more than enough to keep all you completionists out there occupied. My opinion so far on the achievement list, it looks fairly decent. There's a couple of ones that seem to be multiplayer only, but that's to be expected. Not exactly surprising or anything like that with that. And like I said, there seems to be quite a few that's going to take a fair amount of time and skill to actually get that achievement. So that's going to be fun. I'm not particularly an achievement whore myself, although it is fun when you see, oh, I'm almost getting that achievement, so I might as well try and finish it kind of thing. I'm not really a completionist in that sense, but I'm probably going to be going to a few of them, like the Give a Little Push, knock 10 enemies off a high place. That sounds fun to do, just generally, to be honest. So it's nice to get a little more information as to some of the nuts and bolts of the game, and while it doesn't give away any major spoilers, it does give you some idea of the type of thing that you can expect within the game. It sounds like they've got quite a lot of weapon variety and all that good stuff in there, as it got the achievement for using all the weapons in the game and killing 10 enemies with each of them. So I look forward to seeing what new weapons they've added into Resident Evil 6 from Resident Evil 5. Hopefully there's some pretty creative ones. I want to know what the Hydra is, to be honest, but it doesn't really say, as you might expect. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this gaming news special. This is a fairly quick one, as you might imagine. I don't want to drone on for too long just for the sake of it. So I hope you found this video somewhat informative. Please do check out our channel. We upload at least 2 videos a day, and again on our website breadgamingtech.com we have a few articles a day as well as some forums and all that good stuff. Anyway, enough of the plugging. I'll see you again next time.